Beating Minecraft sounds easy, right? You mine some diamonds, gear up, find the stronghold, and boom, end a dragon down, right? Well, not when you're trying to do it in under an hour. When I started this challenge, I thought it would be simple. I've played Minecraft for years. How hard could it be? But what I didn't expect was that every second counts. One bad spawn, one missed block, one missed hit, and your whole run is ruined. This is the story of my journey to beat Minecraft in under an hour, a challenge where every move matters and one mistake will end everything. Minecraft is divided into three parts: the overworld, the nether, and the end. The overworld is where the run starts. You punch some trees, grab wood, and craft your basic tools. Once you've got that, it's time to find a lava pool. Using a water bucket, you can turn lava into obsidian and build your nether portal. The nether is where things get dangerous. You've got two main goals: find a fortress and a bastion. The fortress is where the blazes needed to get blaze rods are found, the first ingredient to crafting an Eye of Ender. The bastion is where piglins will trade gold for pearls, the second ingredient to crafting an Eye of Ender. The Eyes of Ender will guide you to a stronghold once they are thrown. Activate the end portal in the stronghold and jump in. Here, you will need to kill the Ender Dragon. To understand where I'm starting from, I decided to do a test run without any prior knowledge of the mechanics. This would give me a starting time to refer to and improve upon. Obviously, this is easier said than done, as each failed run costed me hours of time. Fortunately, I was able to beat the game on my 5th attempt, and I decided to break down this run to see where I can improve and get better. The first thing I do when I start a run is look out for any structures. Here I see a village, so I start heading towards it. The village has an iron golem, which has iron when killed, and it's got hay bales which can be crafted into breads to use as a food source throughout the run. In the village, I find a tree, and I mine it to craft the basic tools needed to progress throughout the game. Throughout the run, there are many instances where I make mistakes. Here, I place the crafting table in front of the door, which prevents me from getting into the house. Although I use the crafting table to craft a wooden pickaxe, I have to mine the crafting table slowly so I can open the door and enter the house. I use the wooden pickaxe to mine 3 stone from the house in order to craft a stone pickaxe, and using this stone pickaxe, I get 3 more stone to craft a stone axe. I use the stone axe to kill the iron golem, and here it drops me 4 iron, which is enough to craft a bucket and a flint and steel, both needed to enter the nether. I craft a stone hoe to efficiently mine the hay bales that I need to craft a wheat, which will be turned into bread, in order to give me a food source that will last throughout the run. Another mistake I made in the village was grabbing this blast furnace. A blast furnace isn't really essential for a run like this, and where I'm trying to save time and beat her in under an hour, a blast furnace only slows me down. After looting the first village, I stumble upon a second village. Fortunately, this one contains a blacksmith, which contains rare items that will help me in this run. I also mine these furnaces here, which is a similar situation to the blast furnace, where I don't really need it and it only slows me down. I go to loot these hay bales over here, and while I'm doing this, I forget that I need to kill the iron golem, which is a useful source of iron that I missed. After looting the second village, I find a lava pool, but I also see a third village in the distance. Although I didn't really need to go to the village in hindsight, I decided to go there anyway to play it safe and loot the village for materials. After looting the village for its hay bales and iron, I come back to the lava pool to build another portal. This is a technique that doesn't require you to mine obsidian, and instead it just requires a few blocks, some thinking, and a water bucket. As I finish building the frame of the portal, I look at my inventory and I realize I haven't got any flint, so I run over to this nearby river to go grab some. Using the flint and steel, I use it to light the nether portal. I swap out my water bucket for a lava bucket as water doesn't work in the nether, and then I enter the portal. I walk around in the nether for a very long time, and eventually I climb up this hill, and I turn around to scan the area and I spot a bastion, so I go and make my way over to it. In the bastion there are lots of piglins, so I mined up some gold nuggets in order to craft a golden chestplate. This will protect me from the piglins as they won't see me as a threat, not attacking me. I use my iron from the village to craft an iron pickaxe and a shield. The iron pickaxe will allow me to mine the gold blocks that I see in the bastion, and the shield will protect me from the piglins that try to attack me. Eventually I find the loot chests, which contain iron, a diamond pickaxe, and an iron sword. It also comes with some arrows which will be useful in killing the ender dragon, as the end crystals in the end need to be destroyed before I can hit the dragon. Outside the bastion, I trap 4 piglins in a hole and I throw all my gold ingots into the pit so they can trade. The piglins will trade ender pearls to me, which I will need to craft eyes of ender, which are needed to locate the stronghold. After the piglins trade through all my gold, I only end up with 11 pearls, which isn't good because at a minimum you need 12 to unlock the end. And along the way, if the eye of ender breaks, you will be short of eyes. So right now I had to hope and pray that I had an enderman spawn near me, or I found another way of getting pearls. When I'm finding a fortress, I find an enderman, so I dig out a hole where the enderman cannot get me, and I kill it, hoping for a pearl so I can reach the 12. And when I do kill it, it drops a pearl, which is amazing, but it's still the bare minimum in order to enter the end. I run around for a little bit more and end up scaling this wall. When I climb over to the top, I find a fortress. I locate the blaze spawner and splash myself with a fire resistance potion. The blaze's main way of attacking is through fire, so with this fire resistance potion, I'd be immune to all their attacks. After killing the blazes for a necessary amount of blaze rods, I got 10 blaze rods, and although that is a bit overkill, I decided to be safe with it and get more than I needed to. So I built a portal with the obsidian that I got from the piglins, and I was out of the nether. When my portal spawned in the overworld, I was underground, so I had to mine up to the surface, and this took an unnecessary amount of time. When I got to the surface, I saw a village, but I decided to not loot it because it was unnecessary and I'd had all the gear that I needed to beat the game. When I got to flat land, I crafted an eye of ender and threw it. This pointed me in the direction of where the stronghold was, so I followed it. After running into a desert, I threw another eye of ender. This time it changed direction slightly, so I changed my trajectory to follow the eye. After running a bit more, I threw another eye. This time it changed directions again, and so I followed it. After running for a little bit, I decided to throw another one, and this time it changed directions to behind me. So I knew that the stronghold was in between my last 2 throws, so I mined down where I thought the stronghold was. Sure enough, when I mined down, I was in the stronghold. Now all I had to do was find the end portal. When I found the end portal, I mined the silverfish spawner, which prevented any chance of me dying. I also blocked up the entrances, so no hostile mobs could come in. As I'm filling in the end portal, I somehow throw an eye. This limits my pearl count down to 11, which is not enough to fill the portal, so I panic and I mine up, because when the eye of ender is thrown into a solid block, it goes up onto the surface. So I mine up, hoping I can find it. When I reach the surface, I turn on hitboxes. This makes it easier so I can see the eye. Luckily the eye is there, so I return back down, but this wastes a lot of time. When I get back down, I place the eye of ender in, and I go over to the lava source to throw out any unnecessary materials that I won't need in the end fight. So when I finish that, I jump in the portal and I get ready to fight the dragon. When I'm in the end, the first thing I do is build a shelter so I can fight endermen for pearls. Pearls are necessary in the end in case I get hit by the dragon and get launched up. When I have a pearl, I can throw it just before I hit the ground to take less fall damage. To beat the end dragon, first you need to destroy these end crystals. These end crystals provide the dragon with extra health that heals him over time. So, by destroying these, the dragon has no form of recovering its health. As I'm shooting this crystal, the dragon hits me off, and this is the reason why I got the pearls at the start. This is so I can take less fall damage and survive hits like that. By this point, I've destroyed all the end crystals, and I'm just waiting for the dragon to perch. But then, enderman hit me. This is nothing new, I've done this before. I just place water down, and they go away. But the dragon spits its dragon's breath, which prevents me from staying in the water. So I run away. I'm on 2.5 hearts, but I've got water. So I just do the same thing again, right? Wrong. The water places, but it just disappears. Due to this glitch, I'm now running away with no protection. I can't pearl away, or else the fall damage from the pearl will kill me. I don't know what to do, so I run back to the water. The dragon's breath is still covering the water. I can't go in there. It looks like I'm dead. But the shelter that I built earlier is still there, and I can run under it and eat and heal up to full health. After dealing with the enderman, I hit the dragon with my stone axe when it perches. I continuously hit it, but unfortunately the axe breaks. So I have no more axe to deal damage to it, but I have to resort to my pickaxe. which deals good damage but not as much as the axe. After the dragon purchase for a second time, I've crafted an iron axe with the iron I got from the nether. And then I remember I have a bow, so I hit the dragon with my bow. For a third time, I'm ready to kill it. The iron axe should do enough damage to kill it as long as it stays down for the right amount of time. So I swing at it with my iron axe, and eventually the dragon flies away. But I have my bow, and with one shot, I beat the game. On my 5th run, I beat the game in 1 hour, 4 minutes and 37 seconds, which is incredibly good considering my goal was to beat it in under an hour. But because I didn't reach my goal, there are some things I need to improve on. The first thing is learning how to build nether portals efficiently. The way that I built my portal in the first run is a technique that I already knew how to do, and that is using a lava pool to build my nether portal. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to place a block to the side like this, and then we're going to use our water and mine this block here to create the base of our portal. Second thing we're going to do is build a shape like this to place our water in. We're going to dig a hole at the back just so our water doesn't go everywhere and convert all of this lava that we need to build the portal into cobblestone. So by placing this water here, we can take the lava and this will convert all the blocks around it into obsidian. So by doing this, create the frame of our portal. Don't forget the bottom as well. Placing our lava in, and then when we drain the water, you can see that we have the frame of the portal completed, and we can enter the nether. If you spawn near an ocean and can't find a lava pool on land, the second thing to do is find a magma ravine in the ocean like this. And the first thing that we're going to do is find an L shape in the magma ravine. Like this, 1, 2, 3, L shape like this. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to mine this block here, which provides a block to put your door on underneath. The second thing is put a block on top, and then mine this block on here to get some access to lava. So we're going to put this lava on the side here. We're going to take one from the back, put it on top, and I forgot to add the frames at the back, but we're going to need these frames at the back to stop water from getting in. I'm going to take the lava from underneath here, place it here, and I'm going to get a lava from way far back, just to put it on the top like this. So now you can see we have the top half of the portal done like that. Now, we just need to mine this block, and this block, and then mine these 2 blocks underneath. Place a block here, drain the water, and now we have our obsidian frame, just like that. We can enter the nether. During my run, I struggled to find a bastion and fortress quickly, as I wasted approximately 15 minutes running around aimlessly. So, the second thing is learning how to find a bastion and fortress. To find a bastion, the first thing you need to do when you exit the nether portal is to press the F3 menu. This will bring up the number of entities in your area. So at the moment I have 113s in my whole area. That includes where I'm looking, behind me, to the sides, everywhere. And the number in front, which is 30, is the amount of entities loaded in my field of vision. So right now on my screen there are 30 entities, so 29 now. They walk around, so the number will vary. And bastions have a lot of entities in them. So if we turn our FOV around them, more entities, less entities, we can see more, 40, it's spiking at 40 in this area, and it's going back down to 30, going back down. So more likely than not, where it spikes at a higher number, so let's say in this case 40, the bastion will be in that direction. So let's check. Let's go forward, and there's a bastion there. Oh, there's 2 bastions. So this would be great for my runners. There's 2 bastions, which means I get double the loot. So that's how you find a bastion. So let's say that we're at the bastion now, we finished looting both of them. What do I do now? Well, we need to find a fortress. And finding a fortress also requires the use of the F3 menu, but it's a little more complicated than that. So in fortresses there are blaze spawners, which are block entities, as there are blocks that spawn entities from them. So in order to locate them, we need to close the F3 menu, hold shift, then press F3. Now this will bring up a pie chart in the bottom right corner of the screen, and in order to set it to show block entities, we need to do some things that are a bit complicated with the game's code, and I'm not going to explain them here, but we need to press number 4 for tick, and then we need to press number 1 for level, then we're going to press number 1 again for entities, and then number 3 for block entities. And now this will bring up a pie chart that we need to locate the fortress. So you can see number 3 has Minecraft mob spawner, and that is good because it means that there is a mob spawner in my loaded rendered distance. So now that we know that there is, we're going to close it, we're going to turn our rendered distance all the way down, and we're going to open it back up. Look, now there's no entities in my area, no block spawners, sorry. Now we're going to turn our rendered distance up slowly, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17. So in 17 chunks in any direction, there will be a mob spawner. So how do we know which direction it's in? We're going to close the F3 menu again. We're going to go around 5 down from here. And now, since we know that it's at 17, we're going to go back up to 16. And so when we open the F3 chart, there will be no spawners loaded in my area. But if we press F3 and G, we can see chunk borders. And when we load a chunk border, we can go 1 chunk forward. And since I'm at 16 chunks, once I cross this direction, it'll be 1 chunk over, so 17. So if I go in this direction, no mob spawner. If I go in this direction, there's a mob spawner. So that means the fortress must be in this direction. So we can close all this. So approximately 17 chunks should be the fortress. So if we go forward, yep, and right here is our fortress. And so this is a bit more complicated, but it's still a great way to find where the fortress is located. And look, our blaze spawner is right here. This is the block that we were tracking. Like the bastion and fortress, I also wasted approximately 5 minutes looking for the stronghold, and although this may not sound like much, it was the difference between failure and completing my run in under an hour. To locate the stronghold in the most efficient way possible, we need to throw as least amount of eyes as possible. This limits the chance of you not having enough eyes to fill the portal at the end of the game. So, we're going to throw our 2 eyes right when we exit the nether portal. So, the thing to do, we're going to pause our game when we throw it, lower our FOV to 30 so we can get our crosshair exactly in line with the eye. So now we press F3, we check our angle, which is negative 28.7, and we put that into just a calculator because we need to find the difference between 2 angles in order to work the distance to the stronghold out. So we're going to turn 90 degrees this way. Any direction is fine, but I'm just going to turn this way. We're going to go 4 sprint jumps and a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a bit. We're going to do the same thing again. Throw another eye, lower our FOV down to 30, line up our crosshair with the eye, and record this angle. Negative 25.9. Negative 25.9. Negative 25.9. Then that has a difference of 2.8. So according to our angle variance chart, an angle variance of 2.8 should be approximately 358 blocks. So that means that if we keep this angle of 25.9 and we run in this direction, approximately 258 blocks, should be around here. As looking at the coordinates in the top left, it should be around here. And so if we mine down, the stronghold should be underneath us. And here it is. We're in the stronghold, and now we can find the portal to beat the game.